Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome to Preston. Today we are on Train Simulator Classic and we're going to be driving this Class 175. We've actually got a pair of Class 175s. We've got 114 down at the front here, and then if we whiz down to the back we have got 003. So we're a 5-car service today. We are going to be driving through to Blackpool North as the front would suggest, and do you know what, before we leave actually we're going to have a little photo. Ah, lovely. Just for prosperity purposes, of course. We've got... so the year is about 2004? Possibly. Yeah, it must be 2004. Well, not necessarily, but it must be around that era because obviously we're using a 175. On the Blackpool North service, we have got a First North Western 156 and a 150/1 on the back there. Or is that 150/2? Stroke 2. Stroke 2. Stroke 1. It's a stroke 1. There we go. We got there in the end. And of course, we've got a couple of things like a Doodah 142 over there. A Virgin Trains Class 57. Very nice indeed. Right, let's get ready for departure. There we go. Full steam ahead. And yeah, off to Blackpool North. So this is for the Northern Lines version 2.3. It's a scenario from Magic Toad, and it can be downloaded via the description. There's a link in the description to that. I do particularly enjoy scenarios. It's all based on a real-life working timetable affair. So yeah, everything that you see here will possibly, probably, maybe have ran. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that he's done his research. All his scenarios are pretty good in that sense. Let's have another little photo of you coming out of there. Lovely, very nice indeed. Oh, very nice, fantastic. So yeah, right away to Preston, and there's a distinct performance difference in the 175 to the 185. I tell you that now. Yeah, when you put your foot down in the 175, it doesn't really go, which is a bit of a problem, isn't it? You know. Oh, hang on. Let's get the. Yeah, we're driving with all the bells and whistles on today. All the scenario, all the foot pedal beepy things. That's the one. DSD. Ooh, I didn't realise you could actually click it in this. Brilliant. And AWS. All of that's not isolated. Let's have a bit of throttle to get us up this hill. And yeah, it's a very, very long time since I've driven the Armstrong Powerhouse Enhanced 175. I forgot, it's quite a nice train to drive, isn't it? Compared to, well, some of the newer ones they feel a little bit better. You can tell that, I mean, this was one of the really early on enhancement packs, wasn't it? The 175, if not one of the first ones. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's definitely one of the older enhancement packs, definitely. You can tell how they've kind of grown in knowledge of Armstrong Powerhouse and really made some fantastic enhancement packs since. They could do with like an enhancement pack with this now. I really would like to see, you know, on oh, hang on, we've not got lights on. There we go. I'd like to see things like custom interiors. You know, like a lot of the more recent ones, like the Class 700. They've all got their own enhancement packs. The enhancement packs have all got their own interiors. Yeah, I'd like to see that now on some of the older, you know, to see them kind of updated and redone. Even if there's a small charge for those that already own the enhancement pack, I think that'd be brilliant. I'd certainly pay for that, because now obviously we've got transport for Wales. Oh, hang on, we're in a fence. Hang on, there we go, lovely. Let's have another photo. Brilliant. We're going to be taking a lot of photos today, I imagine. It's a very pretty route, isn't it, from on-track simulations? And it's a very pretty train. Oh, hang on. There we go. So now we're right away to Kirkham and Wesham. We don't stop at Salwick or Salwick. I'm still not quite sure how you pronounce that. We're going to go with Salwick. I don't think I've ever been on a train that stopped there in my life. There can't be that much that stops there. I have travelled up and down this route quite a few times, and I still don't really know it, to be perfectly honest with you. I know after Poulton-le-Fylde there's a sharp left. And then you kind of right away all the way through to Blackpool, aren't you? Obviously, it's updated now, isn't it? It's got the wires up. So this is a proper historical little jaunt down this route. We've still got things like semaphore signalling. It's all gone now. All gone now. So this is obviously a First North Western service, because the days that this scenario is taking place will have been before it was merged, because if you remember, we did have Arriva Trains Northern in the east, and we had First North Western in the west, and Arriva Trains Northern ran all the Transpennine services, like the North Route, the South Route, and obviously this North West was operated by First North Western. But yeah, this route that we're driving today, this particular service, that's a Manchester Airport, is it? Yeah, 9:35 Manchester Airport to Blackpool North. This will have become a Transpennine Express service. It's obviously gone back to Northern now. It's got a full circle, hasn't it? Where's that going? Oh, nowhere. Shrubbery. Just shrubbery. It's a really, really nice route, isn't it, this? I know it's got a couple of dependencies to actually get the damn thing working, but yeah, I really do love this route. It's a freeway route. Obviously, it has a couple of payware dependencies. Oh, is this Salwick? Yeah, I think it is. Island platform, loads of rubbish in the cess, and the forefoot. Oh, bit of jointed track as well. Fantastic. Just chugging away as we go along there. Brilliant. Yeah, you know, it's a freeway route. It's absolutely fantastic. I love this route. I really, really do love this route. It's a pleasure to just potter up and down. It's about half an hour each way, is it? Let's have a look. 48, and we're in... oh, there's no timings for the rest of the journey. Right, okay. I think it's about half an hour, so it's a nice little pootle. We love a little pootle, don't we? First stop Kirkham and Wesham on the horizon now. I can't remember how good the brakes are on this thing. I seem to recall that they're pretty good. Yeah, this is where we go sailing through Kirkham and Wesham, isn't it? Well, I tell you what, we need to lose 30 mile an hour, so we'll give it to like 0.5 miles, shall we? Maybe a little bit longer. Are we going to get this signal checking us down? Are we going to get like a flashing yellow? No, we'd have had them by now, wouldn't we? Tell you what, we'll have a little bit of... Oh yeah, they're not too bad, are they? Not too shabby. We'll leave them like that. There we go, slow down from there. That should do it, just about. Perhaps we're coming in a tad fast. No, we'll easily lose 10 mile an hour in 0. However many miles, won't we? Kirkham and Wesham, of course, one of those stations that used to be a lot bigger than what it is currently today. Oh, look at that. Perfect. You can see from where the bridge is and where the platforms are. Of course, you've got the two lines on the right, the two fast lines. That go through. You can clearly see where the shrubbery is, where there used to be a platform. There we go. We'll just whiz down to the far end, won't we? I don't think there's any stop boards. Nope, not that I can see. So we'll just park /stop at the far end of the platform. Lovely. I'm missing some assets, obviously. Because we've got milk bottles on the platforms. We always have milk bottles when... There we go. Oh, hang on, we're in the wall. We'll have another... Oh, smashing. Hell, we're off already. We didn't stop there long, did we? Can't have been many to get on or off. Right, there we go, whack it in a bit of full power. I don't think this is leave fall season, so there's no slippy rails. Slippy rails. Dearie me. Yeah, full power. And hope for the best. It's quite a nice little chilled out scenario, this, isn't it? You don't feel like you're under... Well, I mean, you're under no time constraints at all. Yeah, traffic is light, so a clear run is expected. I guess it's because you can't actually physically reach the times that the timetable has specified you should be there. But yeah, you know, it's a nice little jaunt, isn't it? Just a little bit of braking here, because obviously it goes to 30, where we clunk back into the main line. It's a very weird one, isn't it? Because, like, if you go... Like, we came through the fast bit into the station, and then it's this slow bit coming out of the station. Same as, like, if you go through the fast bit here, like, if you go down to the right there where there's no platforms, it's fast, and then you have to slow right down to join back on again. It's a bit of a... It's like a parallelogram-shaped station, isn't it? It's very, very weird. Like, you wouldn't just have a fast line going all the way through for traffic that didn't stop. Have a little bit of throttle there. That's not going to take us... we're not going to be speeding there, are we? There we go. Full power. Where's the next one? Poulton-le-Fylde, 7 minutes time. Yeah, traffic really, really is light, isn't it? I was hoping to see some sort of, like, London-bound service, maybe. I guess they're not every 2 hours now, are they? It's quite an infrequent service. The Blackpool line really, really has seen such a service improvement since it was electrified, hasn't it, really? What's this coming the other way? Some sort of 156, I imagine? Maybe a 158? I'm going to go with a 158 here. It's looking distinctly 158-ish. Is it a TransPennine one? It is! Wow! It's a TransPennine Express service, and that will be destined for York, I'd imagine, because let's not forget that TransPennine Express did used to operate the York to Blackpool services back in the day. All those through Hebden Bridge, Todmorden, there's absolutely nothing express about it, but yeah, it was operated by TransPennine Express. Or Arriva trains northern. I don't know what it is today. Can't speak, it's probably too early. I need another coffee. They have a very, very depressing horn, don't they? It just sounds so... you know, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be a Class 175. They're a very, very odd unit, aren't they, the 175? Just every single thing made by Alstom, apart from the Pendolinos, they're a bit of an exception, but, you know, like the 175s, the 460s, the 458s, the 334s up at ScotRail, you know, they're just all weird. Very, very odd units. And very broken units as well. There's not a lot of them that actually work, is there? They're riddled with faults, absolutely riddled with faults. 180s again there. I'm not as a passenger, I am a 180 fan, to be honest with you. I think they're nice units to travel on. But yeah, operationally, I know they've had a few faux pas, shall we say, the 180s. Is there a way I can turn my lights on the headlight marker lights yet? Not them. Yeah, this is all. I want to turn my doodahs on, these lights. Ah, speed set, but it doesn't work. Instrument light, there we go. Ah, that's better, isn't it? You see, the newer Armstrong Powerhouse packs would have that speed set working. So yeah, I definitely would like an updated version. It'd be great, wouldn't it? With all the bells and whistles. I tell you what, I am hoping they do eventually, a 180 enhancement pack, where they fix it. I know I've just been saying I don't like 180s, but you know, that's kind of, there's a lot of East Coast mainline stuff that is missing there, isn't there? What's this? 158 First North Western. That will of course be a 3-car set now with Northern, because all the they had 752 through to 759, didn't they? First North Western. That were all 2 cars, and then when the 185s arrived and they shuffled them about, they all ended up being 3 cars with Northern Rail, where they are still today as 3 cars. But yeah, there's a big section of East Coast mainline scenarios and work that is kind of missed out by not having the 180, because whether you like them or whether you hate them, you know, they have played a massive part on the East Coast mainline. Of course, Great Western, they were down there whizzing up, well, not whizzing up and down because they were mostly broken down most of the time, but you know, they do play a big part of like Hull Trains, Grand Central, all of that, so an enhancement pack for them would be brilliant. And of course, a fix so that when you place it down into the scenario editor, it doesn't crash your game. Because more times than not, when you place the 180, it will crash your game. Whenever Magic Toad is making scenarios and I'm just sat there listening to what he's doing, yeah, you can always hear the shouting and swearing. The first thing you ask is, "Oh, have you placed a 180 by any chance?" "Yes, I have!" And it's broken the game. It's a very, very weird one. Still not quite sure why it does it, but there we go. We'll just have a tiny bit of braking for Poulton-le-Fylde there. Nice bit of semaphore signalling. Lovely. There we go, we're flying into Poulton-le-Fylde. What time do we actually leave here? Poulton-le-Fylde, 11:06 to 11:07. We're probably going to end up leaving early, aren't we? Lovely station, this. If you can ignore all the rubbish in the forefoot there. Hell, there's some steep stairs, aren't there? This isn't a DDA compliant station in the slightest. Look at them. Doors are open. Let's have a look. I reckon we're going to end up going early. So if we're at 07 departure, we should really be closing the doors at 11:06 and 30 seconds. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, that's good enough, isn't it? 2 seconds early, but nobody's going to mither about the 2 seconds, apart from the chap that's just come legging it down those stairs and missed his train. Oh well, don't worry, sir. There'll be another one, probably. Oh, wow. Little 142. The staple of the First North Western Fleet. And the Northern Rail Fleet for many years. Fantastic units, the 142s. Always loved working them. Hated by passengers, loved by train crew. Across the region. Off we go. Oh, we're speeding a little bit, but it doesn't matter. The back end's practically over. Oh my goodness me, we're stopping at Layton, I've only just realised. Flipping Layton. Not much stops there, does it? I think more does actually stop there now that they've got the faster units. I can't believe that we're stopping at Layton. Bloody hell, can't have been many. Like I say, there were only a couple a day, as far as I remember, that stopped there. Maybe I just don't, like I say, I don't really remember a lot of it. I don't profess to be an expert on this route, but yeah, I thought that most of it went sailing through. My only experiences, really, because we obviously lived over in West Yorkshire, was when we get those Transpennine and West Yorkshire and Central Trains, or ex-Central Trains, sorry, as it was, 158s, whenever we went to Blackpool, and they wouldn't stop at any of them. They'd stop at Poulton-le-Fylde, and that were it. Preston, Poulton-le-Fylde, Blackpool. That were all they stopped at. I did find it quite amusing, actually, when First Transpennine Express ran these services, because they stopped at places like Kirkham and Wesham, and then the Northern Rail service behind didn't. And yeah, I found it quite funny that the express operator stopped at more stations than the local operator. It's very weird, very weird. There we go, let's have a little bit of braking in. Might need a little bit more than that, actually. Layton, I can't believe it. Not a bad stop though, is it? That'll do. Look at that, that was some pretty perfect braking. We'll have a little bit more now. That'll do, perfect. Oh, I like that. That's a good one, isn't it? Like that. Smashing. Oh wow, off already, right. And away we go. Just like that. Right, we're on the home stretch now. Through to Blackpool. Got to remember, it's actually not as far as it looks. It's only half a mile until that 15, so we'll ease off. We'll just cruise in. What have we got over there? We've got a 156 lot, Northwestern. Wow, lots of 142s. That's brilliant. Love it. Not that much, actually. Actually, I guess it's, what, 11:11? They should all be out on service, shouldn't they, at the moment? So, yeah, okay, I'll let them off. For not having an awful lot of scenery over there. Of course, that's full of 331s now, isn't it? Absolutely everywhere. Oh yeah, I forgot it goes to 15 before you get to the 15 post there. I can't be held accountable for that. There we go. I imagine it must have been a lovely scene coming into Blackpool with like the tower like that, the station. Obviously the station's all been redone now, hasn't it? So obviously it's a lot different, but with all the semaphore signals everywhere, it must have been just really, really nice to kind of come into that scene. Obviously I know looks can be, it can be very different in real life, can't it, to what it's like on a simulator. They captured the rubbish well. Oh dear. Oh, it looks horrid now that we've got round here. I don't know. Right, well, there we go. That is where this train terminates today. I do hope you enjoyed that scenario. Like I say, if you enjoyed watching it, why not go and play it? Have a look in the description for that link, because it was an enjoyable scenario. I'd recommend it. And check out other scenarios that Magic Toad has made as well on his website. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do show your appreciation by clicking that like button. It's always appreciated by myself, and if you haven't already, do consider subscribing. If you've made it this far, you must have enjoyed yourself. So yeah, do subscribe so you never miss out on any future train sim content. Other than that, as I say, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.